this is Kate. Welcome to my channel, Everyday Savings with Kate. Today I wanted to talk to you about yoga pant thigh holes. When you have a perfectly good pair of yoga pants and they get like one little hole on one side and you're like, oh, it's just fine. And then you get another little hole on the other side and like you can't wear them anymore. But there's so much fabric and everything else about them is fine and comfortable, but you just can't wear them anymore because of these just little tiny holes where really no one should be looking. I'll show you. Here's a pair that I have. Perfectly good pair of yoga pants, right? Oh, that's the back. Perfectly good pair. And it has one hole here and a teeny tiny hole here. The same thing. But I fixed these, and this is what I'm going to show you how to do. Now, I'm hoping you can't see the fix. Now, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be pretty, and I am not like a professional seamstress or a beginner seamstress. I am just I've got a sewing machine and I try and fix things, and this is how I've done it. They've gone through the wash twice and they've been just fine. I did it with a pair of jeans too, but I feel like jeans are different, and if you want to see that, let me know down in the comments. But there's no hole anymore, and I'll show you how to do it. But this is what you're going to need. So you're going to need your yoga pants that have the holes in the thighs. You're going to need a pair of leggings that or yoga pants that you don't like, that don't fit. These never quite fit, so you can tell that I've cut them up and used them. And if you don't have one, I mean, you could probably go to the store, and you could probably go to a fabric store and find a similar piece of fabric. But also, they have these black tank tops at Walmart for about $2. And it's almost the exact same fabric. Now, mine have cotton. These are from Old Navy, and I've had them for 3 or 4 years, really long time. For pants, for yoga pants. So it's 93% cotton and 7% spandex. So I have not tried this on something with more spandex, but I think it would be totally worth trying instead of just throwing it out. Let's see, these leggings are 95% cotton and 5% spandex, so they're super close with the other leggings. They never fit me right. So I've just been slowly chopping away at them and using them for other things. Okay, so let's take a look at how I fix these. Here are the other things you will need for this project. One piece of your extra fabric for each hole. I cut mine too big, just to be sure. I have a trial piece. You can see that this was from the last time I cut the fabric, and I always test it. You'll see, I always test it to make sure I get the stitch I want. A pair of scissors, and I like to have 2 straight pins, and then you're going to need a sewing needle with whatever thread you're using. Now mine are always black, so I have black thread. I have black thread at the top, and I have black thread on the bobbin below, and I also have an extra one right here. I am going to start and work on the larger of the two. So here's the small one. Can you see that? And then here's the larger one, right? You can see that? And these aren't the ones, but I have tried to lay it flat and run it across, and it didn't work for me. It just tore again. With that larger piece you cut, you lay it over the top. I'm going to do my best so you can see it. But the whole point is that once it's done, you can't see it. So for this video, that's kind of funny. Excuse me. And then you take whatever thread you are using and thread your needle. And I tie 2 knots at the end. I tie a knot and then tie it again at the end. Then, with your hand supporting the piece underneath it, you are going to do, there it is, with the piece over, with your hand supporting it underneath, you're going to do a very, very rough circle around it with your thread. This does not have to be perfect. It will probably be cut and removed anyway. Basically, what we're doing is we are just holding this piece in place. The first time I did it, I did not do this. And I made a giant mess. So when you're done, just tie it off with a knot, which you make a smaller loop right here, and you put this through and it will just knot for you. And then that's where your scissors come in. And go ahead and just cut it. For my machine, I'm going to do the zigzag stitch because it will have a little bit of flexibility. I'm doing the tension at just about 4 and the width just about 3 and the length just about 3. And you need to know where your reverse is. I'm going to show you the zigzag stitch on this piece of gray fabric because it's going to show up better than if I did it on the black fabric. Whenever I do a test piece, I always fold it over because I want to know that if I'm hemming or for whatever reason the fabric is thicker in one place than another, that it will work. So put it under your foot, drop the foot, put your own foot on the pedal, and slowly press down. You don't want to go super fast. And then go backwards. So you need to know where your reverse is. Now, make sure you bring the foot up after you want to take the fabric out, and if your fabric doesn't come out easily, then you need to turn the knob, and that will release the thread. Now, mine has this nifty little cutter, and I love that. So cut, and this is what it will look like. It is not perfect. It is not going to look perfect, but it is going to hold, and that's what you want. Because these yoga pants can be expensive, and there's no reason to throw away perfectly good yoga pants if there's just a little hole in the thigh. Thank you for listening to my rant. It's gonna hold. Now, you're going to have a bunch of these. So let's get started and you can see what I'm talking about. After you have the temporary thread in, you want to slide your yoga pants as best you can onto your machine. I like to do my lines perpendicular to the seam running down your leg. I think they'll hold better. That being said, some of them will be diagonal, some of them will be straight, and you may even do your lines up and down. So you're going to start in one area, hold down the fabric, put the foot down, slowly press on your pedal with your foot, and then just go back and forth. It's not perfect and it's not pretty, but no one should be looking that closely to your thigh. So let's cut off the excess, flip them the right way out, and finish off the stitching. This is what it looks like right now. Hopefully this helped you save your favorite pair of yoga pants and saved you a little bit of money. If you liked my video, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye!